Okay, yes, I play The Sims. There's more to it than planning on your iPad. So this was last week, so let's go ahead and plan this week. We've got a clean slate. The only thing that I have going on is the TSA pre-check appointment, which I had moved. I don't have any shop drops. So what I'm going to do is copy some things over to my next week. So not to bore you, I'm going to just fast forward this. Okay, you might be wondering, why do I copy the same format to the next week? And the simple reason is I like to make sure that I stay on track of my monthly goal, so I transfer it every week. Every week I do some type of home edit or home project, so I have it under the home edit. I'm always trying to get this aligned properly. This camera sometimes be. And then my daily tracker or my habit tracker. And I like to obviously start off fresh. So those things, I can add those to my elements, but sometimes I do not. And then here, I'm going to figure out what I want to do this week. I do want to walk 30 minutes this week. That's personal. I want to start strength training, and I want to wake up at 6:30 in the morning. For business, I'm going to post Dominican content on TikTok. Finish the sticker organization. And I want to post reels again on Creatively. Khloé. Now, obviously, I'm going to have a whole tons more when it comes to business and even personal, but those are the three that I feel like if I get those three done for the week, I'm going to feel at 100%, 95% productive. So, and because these are always the hardest things to do, I always tend to put kind of like, what is it called? Bite the frog? No, that's not the term. Is it bite the frog? That first thing that you do, the hardest thing that you do, you start the day off with that. So it's kind of like the same thing as I go through my week. Now I can sit down tomorrow and say these can change. And then here, I also do my top 3 for all sections up here, like super important things. So this week, I have to get ready for TSA appointment, record planning video, which I'm doing right now, update my fitness calendar. If you've been here a while, you'll know that the top is events. So this top section is events, and the bottom I tend to do things I have to do. So for Sunday, which is today when I'm recording this, I am actually recording a video. So that's my main thing today, is to record. I'm going to use this, but I'm going to crop out the video thing. So just bam. And then tomorrow I want to post on social media. But tomorrow's also if you've ever wanted to move that element that you've saved, an image, text, and maybe handwriting, instead of doing it one by one like this, where you're moving it, unless that's what you want. But if you wanted to move the whole thing, so for example, I put that on the wrong date, so I'm going to actually go ahead and delete this. But in order to grab both, instead of grabbing one by one or doing the whole thing like that, go back, tap on your elements, and whatever has been saved as an element will actually move as one whole piece like that. And I'll show you that when I get into my daily spread. So then Tuesday, I don't have anything else. This is again my appointment for the week. And then this week, my home edit project is to organize and declutter Son's, whoops, not Sin's, Son's closet. And then whatever else I need to do here, as I go along throughout the week, or maybe today, I'll start adding more as the day goes on and I look around my home, like what I want to work on this week. But those are usually for home projects, not cleaning, because cleaning is just something that you do naturally. So I always put like when I'm working on a home project. So I have those 3 things. I don't think I have anything else besides laundry day, of course. So my laundry days are always on Friday. And then I do have a beauty appointment on Thursday. And I, of course, can add the time underneath, but it's not necessary because I don't have a time. I'm just going to go. And Saturday, this is a to-do. So I'm going to go ahead and dust on Saturday. I'm going to leave that there. And usually I'll put the bill due, but I don't remember anything I have due now. So I'm gonna leave that out. I think my phone bill is due today. But usually on Sundays, I don't like to put any of that. I kind of just like to leave it empty and put something a little more fun. So let's just put this for no particular reason. No particular reason. To add some color in this spread as well. And it's Sunday, so whatever. It's not Valentine Day. It's not even close, but just to add a little pop of color. So yeah, that's usually my very functional process. And then of course I'll jump over to my Lux book, which I was doing a Dominican Heritage Month spread, which I haven't finished, so I'm working on that as we speak. And now I wanted to show you really quick that when you are doing your elements, I'm gonna go into, say, tomorrow's date. I don't plan daily for the weekend. I don't, unless I got a lot going on and I want to keep track of it. But my daily spreads, I put them here on elements. So it'll say everyday spread. So this is exactly what I'm going to show you, that you can move the whole thing. So on this section right here, I like to cover that with my monthly goals, a little brain dump widget. And since I listen to affirmations in the morning, I'll write the affirmation of the day, my 3 things I'm grateful for, and the Etsy orders from that day. I'll write at the end of the day, I'll write how many Etsy orders for the day. I just like to keep track of that as far as, like, you know, analytics and things like that. So that's that. I have my whole section out. And again, if I wanted to move this entire piece instead of moving it, obviously, because we have text, we have images, we have handwriting. So tap on the elements icon and now you can move the whole entire thing. So if you don't know, now you know. So I have that. Actually, let me move that over just a little bit. And then I have my, again, my brain dump section. So something, if I think of something cool for business or whatever, I'll write it here, but then I'll actually save the page. So now since the save to favorites is all the way over here now. I'll go ahead and save the page, and then what I'll do is at the end of the week, I'll look through all of my pages that I've saved, and I'll see that I've written like something in this section, and then I'll copy it over to either my calendar or my planner or my business dump somewhere else. But this just helps me get it out of my head that particular day. So now I go in and I do my timeline, which is kind of always the same. Unless I have a meeting, then I'll add the meeting here. So this is kind of like what I like to do for my everyday. So it's good morning, planner time, affirmations at 9, my afternoon walk, read, and then good night. And then anything in between I add as the day, as I look at my calendar on my phone. And then on this section is another widget section. And for that one, I'll do productivity, and these are just stars that I can remove. I usually like to start at 2, and these are going to coincide with this. So yes, I'm going to have a million tasks here, but I'm going to pick out of the 3, I'm going to pick my top 3, and those I'm going to actually type in today's book, whatever I'm reading that day, and then what I need to do tomorrow, like that one thing that needs to be done tomorrow. And that obviously I write that at night or during the day, and then at night, then I'll add whatever that is to the next day spread. So I want to show you kind of what a completed page looks like. So this was pretty much last week. So I always start at 2. If I have 3 things and I complete all 3, then obviously it's 5 stars. But if I only have 2 things, I'll just say that I went halfway. So I can either give myself 3 or 4 stars. I have my 2 top lists. When I finish the task, I actually highlight it in whatever color I want. That day's book was Book Lovers. I didn't have a meeting, so it's empty here. So it's really just 8 to 5. And everything else like I have scheduled and pre-planned, it obviously goes on my Google Calendar. This was the only task that I had to do that day. There was no brain dump. That day. But I did write my affirmation for the day, and then I wrote what I'm grateful for. And I always like to add my little emoji, and I don't remember why I didn't track my Etsy order that day. This is period week, so I could have been out of it. Here's one that I have a meeting in, so I had to change my walk from 1 o'clock to 5 because of this meeting. Went through my lunch. This was brain dump, and then what I do is sometimes, if depending on where I want to add it, if it's business or personal, I change the title from brain dump. This one I wrote add to Notion task list. Here's my grateful for, and then my affirmations for the day. Today's book was this, but tomorrow I wanted to finish that book. That was like my only goal for the day, was to finish this book, which was it was getting to the point where it was about to be DNF'd, but I finished it. I read it. And this is why I started Book Lovers here. And so Friday was of a content kind of day. So I had to email things out because I put out my stickers, which I'm going to show now. And I did to post on social media and the things that I wanted to post. My afternoon walk, read goodnight. And then my affirmations. I didn't even do my grateful for because I was so busy, and that is so bad. I'm going to try to get better at doing this. This is horrible. So yeah, my Monday's all set up. Monday's tomorrow. My Monday's all set up. As the day goes by, I'll come in here in the morning. What I'll do is, as I mentioned before, I go into my reminders here, and I'll see everything that I have to do and start I'll start writing all of my tasks, and then I'll pick out of all of these. It's such a process, I tell you. I pick the top 3 that needs to be done. Then I'll add whatever has a time schedule. I'll add it to my Google Calendar to then show up on my watch. So it's all connected, but that's my way of planning. Everybody has a different planning situation. When you find yours, use it. If it can make absolutely no sense to anybody else but you, but that's the whole thing, is to find something that's going to work for you so that you can continue to use it. That being said, let's show you the Valentine stickers. Okay, so here are the Valentine stickers. As always, I just show a few of them. So this just says gals, 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 and this is for obviously single ladies like myself. And the color palette is this one. So I chose like a burgundy and a darkish teal. I don't know what you would call this. I'm not good with describing, but here are the hex codes if you ever wanted to bring in your own fonts with the same colors or create another image with the same color palette so it all flows. There's your color palette. So of course we have a February sticker. It kind of looks like it's been handwritten, which I absolutely love that font. Then I did Not Today Cupid, just a heart, and then Single, Sexy, and Sweet. For you and your friends, let's make poor decisions together. Obviously a pun. Gal pals. This is just gals, gals, gals. You can actually put this like on the background of something if you wanted to like do like a little spread. Put it on the background and then just type over it. It's kind of what I did for my, let me show you. So I don't know if you can tell, but I did that for the story. So it says gals, 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 gals in the background. Then I typed over it. So you can use that for that. Love yourself first, because that's who you will spend the rest of your life with. Squad goals. Busy taking care of me with just the nails. Single AF. Happy Valentine's Day. Then we have another February. This is one of my favorite quotes. No girl should ever forget that she doesn't need anyone who doesn't need her. Marilyn Monroe. And it's a girl with her little lipstick on. This is Happily Single. This is cute for your girlfriends, sisters before misters. Just an I love you, love, in case you do want to, in case you are in love. Okay? I have to throw that in there for you. Then hashtag Valentine's, love, just a girl taking a selfie. And this is my favorite. Cinderella never asked for a prince. She asked for a night off in a dress. And then it's the girl in a dress, obviously. This is cute little Valentine PJs. And then just more little accents in the color palette. And then I love this one. It just says chase goals. You know, she's ready to go. And then another girl just shopping. And just donuts and more little cute stuff. So that's the Valentine's Day stickers available now. You know the deal. All the stickers are in the shop. As far as planning for the year in my Lux book, okay, so if you don't know, I use that other planner that I showed at the beginning for functional planning day to day, and then Lux book is my very creative outlet, usually for journaling and to do like different types of spreads, just get creative. So I did a word of the year spread. So this is my word of the year. This is obviously just dummy text for now. I'm gonna write about how I feel about that word. And the word I chose this year was, if you don't know that this is a Q, it's called querencia, and it's a Spanish word. It means a place from which one's strength is drawn, where one feels at home, the place where you are your most authentic self. And I think something about that spoke to me this year, because that's how I want to feel, whether it's physical, like your physical home, or just the way you feel inside. I want to feel strength. I want to feel peace. And I want to feel like myself. So I chose that. Again, it spoke to me. I don't know what I was looking at, what I was doing. I think when I was doing the word of the year planner, I was looking through Pinterest, it might have been, and this word popped up. And since I'm Latina, I was like, this word sounds like it should be for me this year. So I picked that. So that's the only spread I've done for my Lux book. I've been pretty out of it, and need to get back into designing. Let me see. Yeah, really haven't done anything. I'm working on this page now, and then I'm gonna work on this page for January 30th. through February 5th. But again, it's a work in progress. I did add the background and then the Valentine's girl, and then I'm gonna add like, I don't know. So you'll see this on my Instagram page. If you follow me there, you'll see when I finish this situation. But nothing there, nothing here. Definitely nothing in the January section. Again, I've just been, but let me show you. This is from Isabel Digital Journal. I think that's what her name is. And this is so cute. Let me zoom in. So this is from Isabel Journal. So I've been wanting to do like more freestyle journaling, and she put this out and it's just so stinking cute. So this is like a notepad. It takes you to like a notepad, and this takes you, the pen takes you back to the main page, and then you obviously click there. I did one spread for January, just January 1st, when we went out to for January 1st festivity. And I think just doing this with like travels and special days, this is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to commit to a journal day because it's not going to happen, but I wanted to highlight special moments, whether, and like this, like freehand, just things look a little more scrapbookish, which I kind of miss. Being a scrapbook person for years, I kind of miss doing spreads like this. So again, this is from Isabel Digital Journal, and then obviously she has the months, and then she gives you, with it, she gives you like this adorable sticker collection with it, which is like flowers and things to add to your spreads. I've been using it for like everything really, but I use some here, if you can see in the background. I use some pictures, and then I just use scraps of like paper to make it more scrapbooky, and I love it. And I don't have to, again, feel like I have to do a page every day. I could do whatever I wanted to do. And then I haven't filled out any of these tabs. Maybe I'll do like favorite quotes or something. I don't know, so we'll see that. And then the very last thing that I wanted to show you was the new and improved. If you're part of my planning community and you've gone on my TikTok, you would have seen kind of like a behind the scenes of the new reading journal. So the reading journal, if you can see it here, it is the main page is what I'm currently reading. So I wanted to give you an option of having the main page be what you're currently reading, or just a regular reading journal. I love this. Her face stuck in a book is totally me. But if you didn't see that, it's you have your index page, and then here you have your bookshelf, everything that you've read, your TBR shelf. I have like 4 because I keep hearing so many things about so many books. I'm like, oh my God. And then what I do is once I read a book, I'm gonna insert the TikTok that I just did for Crow Dad Sing. So what I do is I move it from here, copy it, bring it over to, once I'm reading it, I bring it here to the main page. And actually it's a little crooked. And then once I'm finished reading it, I bring it here, and that's when I'll write about it. So that's what that is, the TBR shelf. Then we have the quick book review. So if you don't want to go into something in depth like writing all this out, you can just go to the quick book review, write whatever it is, and then just give it whatever stars. I'm probably going to do that for Prince Harry's book that I'm reading now. And then we have new releases. Anything you want to keep track of, you can go ahead and, you know, write that here. Then we have my favorite section, which is book challenges. Just write how many books you want to challenge yourself to do, what start date, end date, maybe if it's like January 1st to December 31st, 2023, you can do that. And then color in this section, 10%, 20%, 30%, etc. The other challenge is the alphabet challenge. So you start the name of the book with the section. Like right now, after I read Book Lovers, I'll put it in this section. After I read this, which I did this for that video, so it's still here, but I have not read The House in the Pines yet. So I'm gonna do this challenge. Then you have a reading bingo, which is a book with more than 500 pages, a forgotten classic, book that became a movie. So I can put the crawdads here. Book published this year, book with a number in the title, book with a mystery, etc. And then 100 book challenge if you want to do that and really challenge yourself. I will probably read like 25. Your favorite quotes of any books of all time. I gave you 2 pages of that, and then you can add, you can copy the page and add the current template to the back, so then you'll have 3 like that. Your favorites of the year, so whatever book you read from January, pick your favorite and add it to that. Pick your favorite to February, etc. The books of the year, books you read this year, you can color this in like this, you know, do a better job than I just did. And then you can kind of write the name here, like the spine. It's just a cute little thing. It's nothing more than that. Then we have a book bracket, which I was trying to explain on my TikTok, but it's pretty much you write the favorite for January, the favorite for February, for March. Then out of these 3, you pick 2. Out of these 2, you pick 1. Out of these 2, you pick 1. And then out of this section, you pick 1. Out of this section, you pick 1. And then out of these 2, you pick 1. So that's what that is. Your favorite books of all time. She's Come Undone is one of my favorite books of all time. Then you have blank pages. If you need to, I don't know, scrap something out if you want to. You do whatever you want with that. And then the lined paper if you also needed like more pages to add to your book review. You can go ahead and add this to the back of it. You can always copy the page. Let's go to one of the reviews. So I'm going to go to, let's say this, and I needed to write more because I only give you this section for synopsis, key quotes, but you wanted to write more. Just add the page right behind it, and it'll be right behind it. So that's it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed planning with me. It's always a pleasure to do these. I didn't have much decorative planning like I usually do, but I wanted to show you how I kind of functionally plan and how I work the book journal and show you new stickers and all of that. So hope you enjoyed. I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please go ahead and subscribe, like, and share and comment so that you know the algorithm picks up my videos. And I'll see you next Tuesday.